It is time for weather for Weather Geeks. Last time I did a Weather Geeks video was Friday evening, and I was kind of poo-pooing the snow a little bit, and that ended up not being right. It was a humbling night Friday night, so when we picked up a couple or even a few inches worth of snow and the roads got slick, and that just wasn't anticipated. Even as late as 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, it wasn't obvious yet that the snow was going to stick around and come down hard enough to cause some road issues, but by 10 or 11 it was becoming obvious that, hey, this means some business, and boy, that's just the kind of pattern we've been in lately. Now today, the forecast pretty much went as planned. It was a dull, drab, dreary day out there with low-hanging clouds and looked like a snow globe from time to time. This, of course, did not really add up to anything, but it snowed lightly for a lot of the afternoon today, and again, just looked more like early March rather than the first couple of weeks of April. Now, snow in April, as you know, is not all that uncommon. I was a little bit surprised, though, to only be able to find 1 year dating back to 1935. 1 year, and I believe it was 1941, in which there was absolutely zero measurable snow at the Youngstown Warren Airport in the month of April. Now, several years, we only had a trace of snow in the whole month. And, of course, several years we've had more than that, including this year when I think we're up to 5.8 now inches worth of snow, with officially a tenth of an inch recorded at the airport today. So snow in April is not unusual. It just is really testing our patience this year because March was pretty lousy. December and January were pretty cold. February, of course, for a couple of weeks got really warm. But for the most part, we've been in a pretty cold pattern now consistently since about Halloween. Colder than average, of course. And temperatures today, no exception. It was about 20 degrees colder than average today, only 36 locally this afternoon. And here's a look at the radar loop over the last 12 hours, showing the light snow across the region today. Never mind the occasional visitations by pinks, and the radar algorithm is just a little haywire at times today. But yeah, this was light snow all afternoon. It's going to wind down over the next couple of hours this evening, maybe by 9:30 in most spots. This should be not much more than a passing flurry. Temperatures in the 7 o'clock hour, only 33 in Youngstown. We're one of the colder spots across areas east of the Rockies. A little bit colder in some parts of western New York, but pretty close to where we are. So it's hard to find a much colder spot as far as major cities go across the lower 48 states than right here in Youngstown this evening. Now, we're going to do better tomorrow, but better is, it's a relative term. Again, we should be in the mid-50s. We'll be about 7 degrees warmer tomorrow than today, but still 43 is not great for this time of the year. 13 hours, 6 minutes worth of daylight tomorrow. Notice the sunset at 7:57 before the week is through. Not only is it going to warm up, but we'll have an 8 o'clock sunset. There are some things to look forward to this week for the first time in a while in the weather side of things. Tomorrow is going to be a better day. I think, especially in the morning, there can be some sun. We're going to cloud up for a time in the afternoon. Could be a sprinkle, a quick shower, maybe a sleet pellet or snowflake here and there. It's probably a 10 at most 20% chance. Overall, I think tomorrow is a better day than today. Now, as we go into the day on Wednesday, a warm front's going to skim the region. Could be a shower right around lunchtime into the afternoon, but more importantly, Wednesday's the day that we'll see a pretty big jump in our temperatures. We'll make it into the upper 50s on Wednesday. And, of course, that's just the beginning. A secondary surge of warmth on Thursday, and this is the day it's really going to feel like spring, into the upper 60s before the day is through on Thursday. There might be a touch of rain first thing in the morning. That should about do it. I think the afternoon's gorgeous on Thursday, and that trend will continue into Friday and Saturday. Here's our 7-day numbers. 75 Friday and Saturday, back-to-back days. I don't remember the last time I had back-to-back 75s in our forecast, but you'll notice what happens. I've gotten a lot of questions on social media over the last couple of days. Yeah, it's going to warm up, but does it last? And it doesn't look great. I do think a pretty significant cool down is coming early next week. Here's our pattern change for this week. This is going to transition into a very May-like pattern with warmth surging into the east and a big low-pressure system out across the front range of the Rockies. And yeah, that looks like a map full of severe weather to me. Out here across Tornado Alley, across the Plain States, parts of the upper Midwest perhaps. This map just screams severe weather. Dallas, Oklahoma City, Topeka, maybe Kansas City. That's Friday, and a pretty similar map coming up on Saturday. Could be some heavy gusty storms. St. Louis, maybe Memphis, maybe Louisville, maybe as far north as Cincinnati before the day is through. Notice not only is the warmth coming in, but boy, tight temperature gradient on the pardon me, on the northern side of this, it's possible that this front wiggles a little farther south at some point Thursday night into sometime on Saturday night, and most likely it would probably not get as far south as our viewing area, but it might sneak across the lakeshore, so we might have some tremendous temperature gradients across northern Ohio with the warmth coming up. It could be, there could be a few hours both Friday and Saturday where it's like, 75 in, say, Mesopotamia, but up in Mentor it's like 48, something like that. This front might wiggle south of the lake and cause that sort of a temperature gradient. And then, here comes the pattern change. Right back to this. Cold air stuck over the Great Lakes, over the Northeast as well. Here's the 6 to 10 day outlook. Now, of course, the first couple of days of this 6 to 10 day outlook will be warm, but then days 8, 9, 10 all look cold by mid-April standards. So, you see some deep purples on there, meaning that good chance of colder than average temperatures. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook, showing another decent chance of a continuation of a chilly April pattern in the longer range. Also an unsettled pattern. It's been unsettled lately. We've had plenty of bouts of rain and, of course, snow as well. Here's the 6 to 10 day outlook. Above average precipitation in the east, 8 to 14, showing plenty of unsettled weather across the northern tier of states, with drier conditions favored across parts of the deep south and into Texas. Now, of course, averages are rising quickly at this time of the year. So when we show you maps that show a lot of colder than average temperatures, in mid-April, that doesn't mean it's going to be as cold as today all the time, but it means we might struggle to hit 50 on several occasions as we get into the medium range. So, boy, take advantage if you can. Later this week, it's going to be fantastic. Thursday afternoon, Friday, and most of Saturday. Might be a shower or a thunderstorm before Saturday's through, but a better chance to get wet here on Sunday, I think. So we've got some great weather coming. I wish it could last longer, but we'll take it. We're desperate for it here. It's been a long stretch during March and early April. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Another edition of this video tomorrow evening, and I'll have a full update tonight at 11, and you can always get your forecast anytime right on your device. Storm Tracker 21 app.